Both mechanical and chemical digestion begin in the oral cavity or in the mouth. Mechanical digestion begins as teeth grinds food, increasing its surface area. Meanwhile, the presence of food particles stimulates a nervous reflex that causes the salivary glands to deliver saliva to the oral cavity. Saliva initiates chemical digestion while also protecting the oral cavity with mucins, and salivary amylase hydrolyzes starch and glycogen into smaller polysaccharides. As chewing starts, the tongue movements manipulate the food particle, helping shape it into a bolus. During swallowing, the tongue pushes the bolus into the pharynx, which opens two ways, the esophagus or the trachea. Peristalsis moves the bolus through the esophagus to the stomach, which stores the food and begins the digestion of proteins. The stomach secretes gastric acids and mixes it with food in a churning action, resulting in chyme. The gastric juice components carry out chemical digestion, such as the enzyme pepsin, which breaks the proteins into smaller polypeptides. The esophageal sphincter opens only when the bolus arrives to come into the stomach to start the process, and it goes to the small intestine through the pyloric sphincter. Most digestion and absorption happens in the small intestine. In the first 25 centimeters of the small intestine is the duodenum. Chyme from the stomach mixes with digestive juices from the pancreas, the liver, and the gallbladder. And the pancreas aids in chemical digestion by secreting a solution rich in sodium bicarbonate, which restores pH to higher levels. Digestion of fats and lipids in the small intestine depends on the production of bile from the liver, and its bile is stored and concentrated in the gallbladder. There are large foldings in the intestine with finger-like projections called villi. Each of the epithelial cells of villus has many projections called microvilli, many of which are called brush border cells. Many nutrients then leave the intestine through the bloodstream. The process ends with the large intestine, in which the colon recovers water that entered the alimentary canal as a solvent of digestive juices, and the feces becomes more solid as it goes through the colon by peristalsis. And then it is stored in the rectum, and then it can be eliminated through the anus when ready.